International Trade Secretary Liz Truss is confident of brokering a deal that would suspend billions in tit-for-tat tariffs linked to the disagreement. Terms for the truce could be finalized as early as tomorrow, when the senior cabinet minister meets with Catherine Tai, the U.S. trade representative, in London. Britain became involved in the long-running trade spat, over subsides to their aviation giants, while still a member of the European Union. The dispute has cost transatlantic trade some £8.6 billion in tariffs since it started in 2004. U.S. President Joe Biden and Europe's top officials today reached a deal to end the damaging trade war over subsidies to the rival plane makers. Whitehall sources told Express.co.uk a similar deal should be reached between London and Washington tomorrow. Under the EU's deal, all future Airbus and Boeing passenger aircraft will be developed without subsidies during a 5-year truce. Officials hope this will give both times sufficient time for a full settlement at the World Trade Organization, WTO. The government insider suggested that Brussels had piggybacked on another deal recently agreed between London and Washington. In March, the Department for International Trade announced a 4-month tariff suspension with the U.S. to create room for a negotiated solution to de-escalate tensions in the Airbus-Boeing dispute. Since 2004, the EU and US have hit each other with tit-for-tat tariffs as a result of the rift. In the latest round of tariffs, the EU imposed duties on American imports worth £2.84 billion, on products ranging from sugar molasses to orange juice. In October 2019, the US slapped European imports with levies of £5.3 billion, including French wine, Italian cheese and Spanish olive oil. Both sides have argued that subsidies for their aviation giants are in line with WTO rules. For the U.S., the row centers on confidential, repayable launch investments, paid by French, German, Spanish and British grants to Airbus. And Brussels accused the U.S. of giving indirect aid to Boeing under confidential defense contracts. Removing the tariffs would provide a massive boost to the pandemic-stricken aerospace industry and provide more transatlantic cooperation at a time when China is posing a danger to the West. For Britain, securing another long-term suspension would provide Ms. Truss with another post-Brexit success story, shortly after the UK and Australia reached an agreement over a brand new trade deal. Ms. Truss said the pact is the first we have negotiated from scratch, showing what we can do as a sovereign trading nation, and strengthens the bond between two great friends and democracies.